That's what my I hold them accountable, bro. Because that you said I don't know what it is, brother. The problem is accountability. That's what it is, brother. And I was just talking about this maybe like a week or two ago. I was telling them, I was like, I don't see a lot of men out here like when they get out here, men say maybe I was in a toxic relationship and that's why our relationship came to an end. But I don't, compared to women, I don't see men saying, yo, I was with a narcissist, I was being manipulated, this, that, and the third. Okay, so what I think healing is, ladies and gentlemen, and what I said like a week or two ago, listen, you the same way that relationship came together, you did contribute to the end of that relationship. He was not the only person that contributed to the end of that relationship. So why don't you be like, damn, what was I doing that wasn't being beneficial and positive to the relationship? Why don't you sit down and say, what was I doing that contributed to the end of our relationship? How can I be better in my next relationship? But no, we just gonna put it all on the man because it's okay. Because apparently it's okay to put it all on the man too, especially on social media. Men, we better not come on here and say anything about women. But it is 100%. It is 100% accountability. And until people start wanting to take accountability, they're not going to see any change. They're not going to get any more positive results.
I can honestly say that I've seen more accountability within the last 2 years than I've ever seen in my entire life, and and I think that's a good thing. But it's been super polarizing in the last 2 years too. Either you have some that are taking accountability, or you have some that are saying no, that it's not our fault. We have nothing to do with it. Now, outside of someone abusing you and doing things like that, what I'm saying, obviously in those situations, nobody can say that,
Right. We don't co-sign that. Yeah.
right. That's dead. But yeah, like you said, there has to be accountability. But if we live in a society, right, that is based off of catering to women and selling to women, making women the top consumer, uh, everything is like kind of just surrounding what women want. Even from you being a child, a little boy is taught, hey, when you get a girlfriend, make sure you open the door, make sure you do this, make sure you do that, buy her this, prom, get her a corsage, rent a limo, wine and dine her, do all this stuff. But I mean, at least that's what I was taught, and that's what you see in movies. That's what you see, in ads and commercials. But women are not really taught, what to do for a man. So if we live in a world where all of that is basically for women to receive those things, you can't, it's very hard to really expect accountability because everything is, you know, lay on a platter, or you should give everything to the woman, So I can't necessarily completely blame them, but we kind of got to snap out of it at some level, you know.
We and brother, let me tell you. So, when Steve Harvey, who been in like three different marriages, when, and he again, I don't want listen, there's people out here that they do and have pandered to people. You
Mm-hmm.
know, we got Derek Jackson and stuff. When Derek Jackson is telling all the women all the stuff that they want to hear and the stuff that they like and the stuff that is favorable to them, it's okay. When he get caught cheating, it's like, oh damn, he was cheating. 2, 3 days later, it's not even a conversation anymore. But when Kevin Samuels is, online 5 days a week and just being real, and that's why you talked about you think you've seen a lot of accountability taken over the last couple of years. I don't agree with everything that man said. I don't
Nobody.
agree. I don't agree with the tone that he used a lot of the time because depending on who you're talking to, your tone and delivery is important. The message can get lost and will get lost if the tone and delivery isn't right.
Right.
But I think the overall, what this is just me. I think a lot of the times what he was just trying to say is, yo, like as a man, get your stuff together. And woman, it's okay if you aspire for what it is that you want to aspire for, but make sure you're doing whatever you need to do to get those results.
Right.
And it's just like yeah, it's like if you pander and tell them what they want to hear, and like what I don't know, their mama and their auntie and their girlfriends tell them, but like what results are y'all getting from that? You're not getting the results that you want. So what is it really doing for you?
And that's the thing that I think no one is actually considering. Like, you don't want to hear, I've seen it time and time again where the man is trying to tell you what they want, and you saying that's not what you want. You're lying, Cap. That can't be it.
You want what I want.
But how you tell me what I want? How do you tell me that this is not what I want? You want me, right? You're telling me what you want from me. But as a man, I can't tell you what I want from you. You're telling me that I'm wrong in what I want. That
You're
doesn't. You're
you're
delusional.
you're a misogynist, you're a narcissist, you're manipulative, you're controlling. Listen, when women have standards, when women have preferences, they call standards. When
Yep.
men have preferences and voice their preferences, you're a misogynist now. You're a narcissist. You're a controlling. You're a manipulative. Very interesting to me.
It is.
It's extremely interesting, man. And I really don't know what to do with that because we've talked about that on a couple of our podcasts. Like, I think it's crazy because what's happening though is a lot of buzzwords are being thrown around, and people don't really know the definitions of these things, so they're just throwing them around.
Yeah.
And it's like you're using that wrong, and that's not what this is. But but understand now, if you're gonna use that, there's always an opposite word for that. Like if you're going to talk about misogynists, you're going to have talk about misandrous because those things are very real. So like I think we just need to like take a step back and just my thing is I really just want us to start working together. That's my thing. That's what our podcast is really about. Just getting a balanced level of footing between men and women so we can actually really start getting back together because right now it seems like everybody is just butting heads and that mess is getting extremely annoying because my thing is this. I have kids. I would really like them to grow up and be able to find somebody to marry, to be in a relationship with.
Happy, healthy.
Right. And you bringing your trauma and, everybody, nobody's healed. I don't want that for my children. I don't want that for any of the kids right now, for anybody's kids. But it seems like it's a bunch of people that are traumatic and raising their kids in this traumatic mindset. And it's just going to create a whole another generation of just trauma. Everybody's trauma bonding. So I don't know. We're trying to fix our side as much as we can.
Brother, I listen, like again, I be giving the data and statistics. Like your wife said, black men average last year was little less than 42K. Even for women, it was less than 42K. So, but we got the whole, hot girl thing going on, independent thing girl going on. We're black people up here, ladies, and to all my sisters in the chat right now. Same way I say, if you walk outside and you bump into 10 of us, we're gonna be in a certain income range. That's the same thing for y'all. So if we're both making under $42,000 a year, what is our lifestyles really? Yeah, you might be paying your phone bill and your rent and your car note. You may be able to get some groceries, but how much are you really thriving? Or so you would rather instead of us putting our 42K together and having 84K and being able to live off of that and come and live together. And instead of paying $2,000 on your own, we both pay $1,000 and we put 500 into it. And now we got extra however much left. You would rather be on your own because you're so independent and you don't need a man. That don't really does that make sense to y'all? That don't make sense to me.
No,
it doesn't.
Can we be interdependent though? That's the goal. We need to be interdependent, like because it just goes back to what you're saying. Why can't we put things together and make our quality of living much better than what it is alone? I mean, I don't know why we are in such an individualistic society right now.
I don't know why building together has become a dirty word. That's what I don't understand. Like, I don't get it. Like, again, our story is a little bit unique. He came out making those six figures and that went away. We built his business together. Most of it is his, but it was still a joint effort. It still remains a joint effort. We're building a business together. We're building together. Our income is combined. There's no, oh, you pay the light bill, I pay the water bill type situation. And because of that, we're able to have a better life. If you make in $30,000, $40,000 a year, and your partner is making the same thing, let's build this together. Like,
it only makes sense. It
Right.
only makes sense.
I don't understand. I really don't.
And
You can have this amazing guy, right? This amazing $42,000 guy. You're gonna be like, nah, I'm good on him because he only making $42,000.
even though I make $42,000 too.
Exactly.
and let me ask you this, brother. Let me ask you this, so I can prove a point. So since money don't matter to the woman in here, so some of y'all, brother, you find your wife to be very attractive and beautiful today as we're talking, sitting there right now, right?
Right.
When you first laid your eyes on her, you saw her to be very beautiful and attractive, right?
100.
So as a man, I mean, we're both men. As men, if I said, hey, men, we are very physical. Like visual does mean a lot to us.
Right.
So you agree with me, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So woman, so for us men, the physical appearance of a woman, you know, how attractive we find her means something to us, but how much money the man make don't mean nothing to y'all. So us men, ladies, which if I said that appearance doesn't matter to man, would y'all believe me? Come on, man. Let's be real.
Not at all.
But you know, a lot of times when men make that point, a lot of women will tell them, "Well, why are you putting that at top? Why are you so superficial? Why is that your standard?" It just is. That's how men are. Like I don't just because we think that way. I mean, like I don't really understand why we would be asked that question. Men are who they are. We're visual beings. That's just what it is.
And women are looking for someone to provide and protect, and a part of that is finances. So to say it doesn't matter is insane. But to say that you won't date an average man when you are an average woman is also insane.
I think we are also judging men based off of metrics that are made for women too. Like you need to want what I want as a woman.
Yeah.
But if I want what you want as a woman, you don't really want me to be in that type of a woman's mindset though. Like that is you. Do you want to be in a relationship with another woman? I mean, if you want to, then get another woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. And there's no problem with that. That's just like a lot of men. Most men don't want to have a woman in the mindset of a man. Like that's going to be a bunch of headbutting. No, that's a bunch of drama all the time, and nobody really wants that. I don't. Women don't want drama all the time. In my mindset, I don't think women want to be just fighting all the time. That doesn't make sense to me.
I have to disagree on that.
You disagree?
I do.
Oh, okay. Well,
talk about it.
I'm sorry. A lot of women do like, but you've heard them say that there's no spice in our relationship. There's no conflict. Sometimes I just pick a fight with them just to pick a fight with them. That's just reality. Some women, I'm not gonna say a lot of women, but you see it more and more. I don't want a man I'm not arguing with, which I like my peace. I'm not about to argue with you every day, so I have to disagree with you on that one. But